Another question you might have is, what about larger diameter root canals? Do we still have to use all the files, and in what sequence? Let me share with you my guidelines for treating larger diameter root canals. But let's first summarize our previous discussions. In a canal where we start negotiation with a 0.8 or 10K file and we expanded glide path with ProGlider, or where from start the size 15K file fits loose, we always have to start root canal preparation with the X1 ProTaper Next instrument. If a size 20K file fits loose in a canal, then there is no need for the X1, and I would recommend that you start preparation with the ProTaper Next X2 instrument. If a size 25 file fits loose in a canal, you can start preparing with the ProTaper Next X3. If a size 30 file fits loose in a canal, we can start the preparation with ProTaper Next X4. And if we have a size 40 file that fits loose in a canal, I would suggest that you only have to prepare the canal with ProTaper Next X5. Let me show you an example. This is Joan. She's a 45-year-old female that presented with a periapical infection due to inadequate previous root canal treatment, as you can clearly see on this radiograph. After removal of the previous gutta percha, it was possible to push a size 30K file to working length, and it felt loose inside the canal. So according to my recommendation, we will start preparation with the ProTaper Next X4 because a size 30 hand file fits loose in the canal up to working length. The canal was then prepared with ProTaper Next X4 to working length and the foramen gauge with a size 40 Nitai hand file. The size 40 Nitai hand file could be pushed past working length, indicating that the apical foramen is still larger than a size 40. The canal was then further prepared with the ProTaper Next X5, as you can see on this video clip. A size 50 hand file was then used to gauge the apical foramen, and it fitted snug at working length. A ProTaper Next X5 gutta percha point was selected for obturation, and after proper irrigation sequence, the canal was obturated using the Calamus dual obturating unit. This slide shows the preoperative, the immediate post-operative, and a 6-month follow-up periapical radiograph of this case, clearly illustrating that the periapical pathology is busy disappearing and good healing will be expected in the next few months. The last clinical case I want to share with you is an example where a tooth presented with small and large root canal systems in the same tooth. Kerry, a 35-year-old female, presented with irreversible pulpitis due to a large carious lesion on a mandibular left second molar. A CBCT scan of this tooth revealed a C-shaped canal configuration with a large distal root canal system, as you can clearly see on these two axial slices of the CBCT scan. After removal of the decay and build-up with a composite resin, the mesial canals were negotiated with a size 0.8K file. When the 0.8K file was loose, I then progressed to a size 10K file and also made it loose in both mesial root canals. The distal canal was large and accepted a size 25K file, and it felt loose inside the canal. The glide paths in the mesial canals were expanded using the ProGlider instrument. The two mesial root canals were prepared using the ProTaper Next X1 instrument according to the manufacturer's instructions, as discussed earlier in this webinar. Canal preparation with the X1 was followed by irrigation, recapitulation, and then re-irrigation of the canals. The next preparation file for the two mesial root canal systems was the ProTaper Next X2. This file was again used according to manufacturer's instructions, following the same clinical protocol as discussed earlier. As mentioned before, the distal canal system, root canal system, accepted the size 25K file and it was loose. And according to my protocol for large canals, canal preparation in this case should be initiated with the ProTaper Next X3 file. A cutting cycle with the ProTaper Next X3 was initiated, and because the file progressed very easily to working length, it was decided to follow this up with a ProTaper Next X4 instrument, as you could see on this video clip. After gauging of the canals using a size 25 NiTi hand file in the mesial canals and a size 40 NiTi hand file in the distal canal, final irrigation was done using the EndoVac system from Cybron Endo, utilizing 3.5% sodium hypochlorite after the smear layer was removed with EDTA. After cone fit, the canals were obturated with matching ProTaper Next gutta percha points, pulp canal sealer cement, and a Calamus dual obturating unit. This slide shows the preoperative and post-operative radiograph of this clinical case, treated successfully with the ProTaper Next system.